Hello everybody, I'm Dale Skaggs, Director of Horticulture for the Dixon Gallery and Gardens, and I'm here today to talk to you about boxwood blight, specifically on how to remove plants that are infested with boxwood blight. If you suspect that you have boxwood blight, it is a very serious condition that's easily spread from plant to plant by spores. So we're trying to be careful here and be systematic and methodical in the way we remove these plants so that we're not spreading more of this pathogen onto other plants and into other areas of the yard as we remove them. I'm here today with Adam Queen, and he's going to be assisting me. I've got a few things here that you'll need in order to do this successfully. But before we get started, I just want to say that if you suspect that you have boxwood blight, you can reach out to your local extension office, the Shelby County Extension Office. Dr. Chris Cooper does a great job, and Leslie Hollingsworth is the plant inspector. You can get them involved to come out and check and see if you have boxwood blight. But I would go online and make sure the symptoms look similar, and then they can take a test. They'll send it to Nashville. And I only recommend removing plants that you know have boxwood blight. So do get a test to verify for sure, because boxwood are expensive. We hate to remove them, but we really want to do an effective job at keeping this pest at bay in Shelby County. So that's the purpose of this video. All right, first thing I want to do is talk about some of the things you need to gather together in order to do this. You need some kind of disinfectant. Lysol works well. It's cheap. It's easy. You can also use isopropyl alcohol in a little spray bottle like this, and you can spray down your tools and things with it. Anyway, you want to spray down your boots, your tools, and other things that you use on this project. Tyvek suits like I'm wearing, they're very fashionable these days. Tyvek suits are a good way, because you can just throw this away when you're done with the removal, so you're certainly not going to spread spores. I like to have some hand sanitizer, and here's some small garbage bags. These smaller size, because the plants we're removing today are actually really small, but if you have bigger plants, you just scale this process up to bigger plants, okay? And we have some bigger bags to put the plants in after they are bagged, some duct tape to wrap around the bottom. I have some loppers here, or some loppers, and a saw. And this is the fun thing. We have a propane torch, and then we have a shop vac. And so before you get started, it's best to assemble all of those items. And then we're going to go through the process, and Adam and I are going to show you how to successfully and safely remove boxwoods that are blighted in the landscape. Hey everybody, Dale Skaggs, Dixon Gallery and Gardens, here with Adam Queen.
Hey, I'm Adam.
We're here today to show you how to successfully remove plants that are blighted with boxwood blight. Again, we want you to get a test to confirm it before you go removing plants in the landscape. The state of Tennessee does mandate that you need to remove them if you're found in Shelby County. So we're going to show you how to do that, hopefully in the least impactful way. As you can see, conditions are not ideal here. There's leaves all over the ground, so that presents a little bit of a challenge, but we're going to do our best to try to get these out of here with minimal impact. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a small garbage bag. If you have bigger plants, you can use larger bags, obviously. We're just going to use small bags, and we're going to cover all of the plants. So Adam, if you want to grab some of those, and let's cover the plants. You'll want to take out any that are, if they're touching another plant, you'll want to take out of it. This is green towers, which is very susceptible. This, the small one we're taking out now is Morris dwarf, and it is very susceptible to boxwood blight. So that bag kind of ripped on me, so I'm going to go ahead and double bag it. So fortunately, this is in an isolated area, and it hadn't spread to others yet. So we're trying to get this early. It's hard to get duct tape off with rubber gloves, just FYI. Let's spray them before and after. Not that you're really worried about the after, obviously, but let's do before and after. And we're going to reach in here, I'm going to
cut these off at the ground level. Now that they're out, we're going to carefully pull these leaves out. And as I said, this is not an ideal circumstance where we're dealing with the leaves. And we also have some hose under here, which I was unaware of. So we need to carefully take these leaves out. We have no other option. Ideally, if there were no leaves here, it would be a lot easier. We're going to break out the torch. Hopefully we don't burn the place down. We have the torch going. And what we're going to do is we're going to torch the ground. Should be good there. Let's make sure we're not burning everything down here. All right, so the next thing we want to do is vacuum up any debris that's left. Hopefully the spores have been killed by the flame, and we'll just vacuum up around them. The next step is going to be to remove these root balls. And so these small plants will come out pretty easily. But we're going to take root balls, soil, and all, and throw those into the bag. All right, you continue this process all the way down, and the spores can live in the soil for up to 5 years. We think we've done a pretty good job, but just in case there are spores in here, we probably want to hold off on planting any other boxwood or boxwood relative plant in here, like Sarcocoa, Pachysandra, and boxwood. I would probably be not a choice to replace this site with. I would recommend going with something that's not susceptible to boxwood blight. So there you have it. That's the way to safely remove plants that are infested with boxwood blight.